Hello, this is the fortnightly anime podcast, I guess now, my anime journal. Um, I don't know if it's continuing to be fortnightly, like it just seems like that's how long it takes for me to watch enough anime to bother making an episode. Um, by the way, Fortnite it's not just a video game, it means 2 weeks. I know it's not part of the normal Canadian English, but it's just a very convenient word. Um, but we're starting out with Bang Dream, Garupa Pico Fever, uh, and yeah. So this is the third season of the Chibi series, and I mean it's really just more of the same. I reviewed the first two seasons already. Was this different than the first two seasons? Not really. If you enjoyed Garuba already, then you might as well. If you enjoyed Chibi series and you've seen Bang Dream, then watch. Then why not? But yeah, there's three seasons. Why are there three? There's three studios listed. That's weird. That's not normal for anime. Sins again, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure they made the rest of. Oh yeah, they did need D for DJ. Yeah, and they're involved in like most of um, Bang Dream, so that makes sense. So they would be. Who the hell is Wtoon Studio? Webtoon? Oh, and it seems like they are in charge of a lot of chibi series. They did the one for Uma Musume, and the one for D for DJ, and the one for Yuki Yuna. Um, so yeah, they're just worked at Anime Gacheries. Um, interesting, but yeah, that's just another one of those. And then here's really the big fish of this whole episode. We're getting into it right now. Komi-san wa Kom Yusho Desu, or Komi can't communicate, and you've probably if you're invested in anime enough to be watching this right now, I'm sure that you've at least heard of it, if not seen it. Um, also, it's funny how like insanely hetero the cover looks. Like you have like this boy, and then this kind of average looking boy and a very pretty girl, and then there's a couple other pretty girls on the cover as well, and it kind of looks like it could. Is it a harem? Is it this guy has like all these pretty women around him who all want him? No. It's actually it's not. He is the protagonist. It's called Komi-san Can't Communicate. Tadano, the like the main guy, he's kind of our point of view character. He's the one that the like we see the anime through. Really you could say he's the protagonist of the show. Um, and Komi-san is like the character that the show is about, in the same way that like Haruhi Suzumiya, it's called Haruhi, but it's Kyon who we see the anime through. He's the protagonist of the show. Um, I think some could argue that Madoka Magica is also like that. That like Madoka is like who the show is about, but like Homura is more of the protagonist of the show, and it's kind of her journey trying to save Madoka. Um, but yeah, this series, yeah, Komi, um, she she really can't communicate. Like it's not even like say in Bochi the Rock, where Bochi she's not very good at talking. Um, she kind of feels very reserved, and she gets kind of flustered in social situations and stuff, and kind of has, even if she can speak her, she has like a hard time getting her point across and things like that. And she might like hold back important information that she feels might give someone the wrong idea. um, But no, this one, she just cannot talk. Like it it is a genuine mental disorder. It's called selective mutism. Because it's not like she's not deaf. She can hear people. Um, and it's not like she's 100% mute either. Like she does have a voice actress, um, and she has a couple spoken lines, but she just has a crazy hard time speaking like whatsoever. Um, I did watch a video about selective mutism and autism. Like I'm sure there's other reasons that you might have selective mutism. Does Komi-san have autism? It's possible. It is totally possible. Um, but yeah, she has really very little ability at all to really talk to anyone, and so she just writes things. She'll write stuff on paper and like show the paper to people. She'll write things on the board or just text people stuff or just write it on her phone or whatever. She gets her point across, but like she can't speak, um, which is funny, um, and is mainly played for jokes because like I haven't met anyone like this. Even like the autistic people I've met, they're not quite like this. Um, in fact, I don't think even most people with selective mutism are like this. Like, as most people with selective mutism isn't. It's selective in the way that they have a hard time talking. Like if in a really social situation, they might like get kind of clammed up. Like I remember one time when I was in like a social situation and I didn't know anyone and I was nervous and I just kind of just chose. I didn't feel like speaking. Like if someone spoke to me, I would respond, but I didn't initiate anything because I felt nervous. And um, but she won't respond. Like if someone speaks to her, she can't respond. And even in like trying to order food and stuff, she has like no ability to even like speak and get her point across. It's it's problematic for her. It's not like it's hidden the fact that that's a mental disorder. Um, it's obvious that it is a huge problem with her. Um, but yeah, she has a really hard time. And also, it's interesting that like her first friend is Tadano, who is a guy, and they keep the relationship fairly platonic. Um, but it feels like it could go like romantically as well. Like they both like well Tadano really cares about Komi-san. Like he really wants her to be happy and to be successful. Um, and Komi-san, like she cares about Tadano as well, as this I guess sort of caregiver. Um, but I ship them. It's the show itself doesn't. It doesn't kind of. It feels like it could go in that direction, but like for as far as I've seen, it doesn't. Um, but what's also funny is it's all the side relationships. So Komi, um, she hasn't really done anything to um, show like what her gender preference is, but the other characters seem to like imply that of her, because there's two girls who have a crush on her. Because Agari, or actually, let's start off with the other girl. There's like there's one girl who is like a yandere. what was her name? Yamai Ren. Um, she's a cutie. Uh, like and she has like cute like pink nails, but she's not like full on Galu either. But she's like a cutie, but like yeah, she is a total yandere, and she'll like go full yandere mode when she feels her like her relationship with Komi is in peril. Like if someone kind of she senses that someone might have feelings towards Komi, she'll like talk to them in a way like I'm gonna murder your whole family, and then she'll go go off and then just casually go back to Komi-san and be like all nice and happy. Uh, um, but yeah, it totally makes sense that she wouldn't have many fans. Member favorites 42 out of the 800,000 people who have seen the show. Like it she's not someone I don't know if I didn't give a spoiler warning here. I don't know if this was a spoiler. I think she shows up pretty shortly into the series. Um, but yeah, her personality it is toxic. It's definitely toxic, and but also her and Agari, they're both like in lesbians with Komi-san, but in a way they're almost like um they're almost like foils in a way to each other. Um, that like Ren will like she obsesses over Komi-san in a way that she like kind of wants Komi to be her possession. That she like sees like Komi-san as being like this perfect girl, and it's like I want her, I want to have her. No one else is allowed to get in my way. Um, whereas Aguri is um she's the bottom, but she's also super crushing on Komi-san, and she says she wants to be Komi-san's dog. That's like her dream. That's her. When the school asks like that big form that says what do you want to be when you grow up, she's gonna write down Komi-san's dog. Um, but I feel like that does make her more fun because she just has that energy to her where she even though yeah she's kind of like going after her, but she's not like the predator in the same way that like yeah Yamai is. That Yamai kind of feels more like this predator who's like going after Komi, and then Aguri is like no I you just do what you want to me. But she seems like this person who would want to get stepped on by Komi-san, and I kind of ship it. I kind of want to. I couldn't find any fan art of Komi stepping on her, but I would like to see it, and I feel like she would enjoy it. Um, but and yeah, let's see. I felt like compared to some other anime about shy girls that this felt like it was very much like played for laughs. Um, would say like Watamote was also kind of played for laughs. Watamote was more cringe though. Like Comey does get into some cringe situations where you look at like what she does and it's like, oh god, like did you have to choose to do that? Like couldn't you have done something better? Um, but she's also kind of like this perfect girl, like aesthetically. That's her whole shtick, and the in universe, it's like everyone kind of sees her as like being the popular girl, being this person who's like really takes care of her appearance, um, and they like assume that like she's just like aloof, that she doesn't speak to like the peasants of the classroom. And that's why she doesn't speak to anyone, because it's like they're below her. But in reality, she kind of sees it the opposite way, where she just has a hard time getting her feelings across. Um, but I felt like in a way it kind of got old, because it's kind of meant as like a kind of gag comedy. That Komi doesn't really have. I guess she doesn't have development. That like Tadano helps her. Like he helps her get friends, but it's like it is coming from him that he kind of convinces the other girls that she is actually a person that you could connect with, um, as opposed to someone who's like at a higher level, who's not wanting to interact with other people. Um, but yeah, so that made it feel like a little kind of boring, because you want I want better things to Komi-san. Like I want her to be able to communicate and kind of get over her fears of other people, but she just continues to have a really hard time of it. Also, another character I would like to talk about is Najimi. Najimi is really interesting because one thing, they are they. Like that's not normal. Um, One of the few non-binary characters I know of in anime, and it's also mentioned on the wiki, but no one knows if they're assigned male at birth or assigned female at birth. It's like who knows? They could be either, and there's no real um like kind of hints towards what they were assigned at birth either. And they do like sometimes tell people that they're male in order to get out of a confession. Um, but like say like they wear a skirt, but then they wear the male tie from the male uniform at the school, and they also have a lot of they're apparently friends with everyone. It sort of reminds me of Joey the anime man, who just seems to be like friends with everyone. It's like, oh, this is my friend too. It's like, how is this your friend? How do you have like 100 friends? Um, and in fact, Najimi apparently just has like thousands of friends. It's like it is all of Tokyo is her friend. Um, I don't know how, but yeah, they're just like extreme extroversion, and like basically the opposite of Komi-san. That they just are able to speak to anyone and become anyone's friend. Which is cool. And yeah, it is cool to just have like that kind of representation in anime, to have someone who's not really identifying with either side. It's just unique. Um, yeah. So, yeah. Overall, like final thoughts for this season of Komi-san. If you're into it for the gag humor, if you and say like Hitori Bochi as well as Bochi the Rock, that like if you liked the gag humor of those shows, then you might like this, or something like Watamote. Um, I remember there's being like a TV short that was also about someone who couldn't speak to anyone, but I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, if you're into the gag humor, then it's a good show. Um, I didn't. It didn't feel like what was it, Kakushigoto, where they kind of felt like they intentionally made the characters dumb just on occasion to make jokes work. Like I didn't feel like that happened here. Like it felt like any of the characters who are dumb, they're just dumb all the time, and that's who they are, and it doesn't matter. Like you don't have to worry about, oh no, my precious character, they ruined them just so they can make this joke. No, that they're if they're gonna be dumb, they're dumb, not just for the jokes. um but a lot of the jokes are about the characters being dumb or the characters misunderstanding things or the characters just being really eccentric. And if you like that kind of thing, then it's a great show. But if you were looking for a rom com, it's not really one. Like Komi and Tadano are kind of like the most obvious couple, but they seem to be mostly platonic. And then the other characters who like them are gay and very eccentric. Like both of the girls going after Komi-san are a little much. Um, and in season 2, we get a gay male character, but I'll talk about that then. Um, but yeah, it's an interesting one in terms of love polygons. It's an interesting one. Um, well, yeah, yeah. For the right person, it's a good show, but not everyone's gonna enjoy it. Um, and yeah, it didn't give me the same kind of vibes as Bochi, because Bochi is meant to be relatable. I don't think many people would be able to relate to Komi-san, just because she is so mute. Like she's not even mute in a believable way. She is she like her condition isn't realistic, and it's meant to be that way for the series, but it's not meant to be something relatable. um After that, I watched Nakitai Watashi wa Neko wo Kaburu, or A Whisker Away is the English title. And this is actually, it was originally intended as a movie, and then because of the pandemic, couldn't release it in theaters, and instead of just throwing it away, Netflix decided to pick it up as an original. It's like, oh, we have this little movie lying around. I'll grab that from you. We'll call it an original. Even though it's like we didn't do anything, we didn't even fund it. We just saved it from being lost. But yeah, as a movie, was it good? Uh, no, I didn't really care for it. So it's about a girl, and she like kind of gets a like curse that makes her into a cat, and and then there's like other cats that she communicates with, who I think some of them also have the same condition or something. I don't know. I wasn't paying a huge amount of attention. Um, but then she's also in love with a boy. Um, and I don't know. Yeah, I didn't really care about the movie, and the less I cared about it, the kind of less I paid attention to it. So I really don't have a huge amount to say about it. Oh yeah, it's a movie that exists. It seems like a lot of people have seen it, but not too many of them particularly liked it. Yeah. After that, I watched uh Huan. Oh right, this is Chinese. Uh, Huang Jin Ting Yuan Dongri Li Xinyan Yung Wang. I think I got that right. It's a Honkai Impact Third Golden Courtyard New Year Wishes in Winter. And yeah, I guess it's set in winter in this Honkai. It's cute. It's not the first Honkai anime I've seen. Yeah, it's some really cute girls in it. Yeah, like there's a girl with the cute short blue hair. Gricio. Oh, she's adorable, isn't she? Um, but there's also well, the chick with the pink hair, um, Alicia, co-leader of the 13 Flame Chasers. I haven't played Honkai, by the way, or Genshin or any of that stuff. It was a new Honkai. Oh, there's Honkai Impact the Third, but now there's another like Honkai Star Razors or something. I haven't played any of them. I'm scared I'll like lose my wallet if I play them. So, um, but yeah, this was cute. Um, that's kind of the main reason I watched it, and the main vibe I got out of it was it's cute. It's cute. And it kind of doesn't need to be much else. It's short. It's just two like 16-minute, or they're not. It's not two 16-minute. I think it was like 112 and 118 or something like that. But yeah, it's just cute. There's not a huge amount of plot that happens in it. I'm not familiar with any of the characters, so if anything like crazy like lore happened in it, I didn't catch it because I don't know any of the characters in it. But mostly it was just fun little thing to watch. It didn't really matter. Um, After that, I watched Colors, a music film, part of Toho Animation's 10th anniversary project. Yeah, it was fun. And I felt like it was. Oh yeah, this was a cross-dressing one. Yeah, yeah. So like it shows like this girl, and it's kind of like in love with like this other character, and she can tell that like she's not like completely certain about it, but she believes that this girl that she likes is also the same person as this boy. Um, like it was a boy dressed up. Um, so yeah, that's cool, and he is really pretty. Um, but yeah, it's fun. It's a fun little music video, and like the animation is well done, and the music is good, and yeah, it's a good music video, and it's released as an O&A on Mal, they called an O&A, but then they call it a music film. It's a music video. Let's just be honest, it's a music video, and I rated it as a music video. The next one I watched was also the same kind of idea. It's a music video, a music film. Um, but yeah, this one had more dialogue. It was Neko to Wakai Sen. But yeah, this one actually had some dialogue in it, which obviously didn't understand. Um, and oh yeah, the art style in this one was really unique. Um, I don't remember if there's. There must have been a story to it. I don't really remember what it was. It was cool though. It was cool. I should probably watch the rest of those at some point. Um, and then after that, I finished Tsundere Aku Yaku Reijo Lise Lotte to Jikyo no Endo Kun to Kaisetsu no Kabayashi-san, or Tsunlise is the short form, because who wants to read all that every time they want to talk about it? Yeah, Tsunlise. It's so it it's I would like to just um it does feel like it's a kind of it's along the villainous vibes. Because Tsunlise, the tsundere named Lise, she is the villainess of the series. So it's like you have um, Fine. So it's the story of the anime is that there's Kobayashi and Endo, Kobayashi being the girl, Endo being the boy. They're not actually dating. They're just really good platonic friends who are opposite sex, and um, they play these otome games together, I guess, or maybe just games in general. But like Kobayashi likes this game, and so she's kind of playing with Endo. I guess it's the same way that you would like watch a movie together, because it's like a single player game, right? Um, but it's a visual novel, so they play this game together, and that's what the anime is named after the game. Um, it's because it's actually, yeah, the latest incendiary is Villainous Lise Latte. Um, that the game is you play as Fine, you try to either get one of these boys, all these like, there's obviously I think more than one. Yeah, there's like a whole like harem of cute boys, but that like Fine is allowed to fall in love with. But there's one particular one of these cute boys, Figs, um, yes, Sigwald. Yeah, Sigwald. He's Fitzenhagen. That sounds German. But yeah, Sigwald. He is like the kind of what do you call it, fiance to to Lise Latte and or Lisa Lot. And you're allowed to just in the game, like you can just get this boy to fall in love with you instead, even though he's supposed to be with this girl. Um, but you're also allowed to not let that happen and just let their romance to continue anyway and fall in love with one of the other boys instead. Um, but Lise is also just more interesting of a character than Fine. So if you want to, as the player of the game, you can just force them to become a couple. Even though she's like supposed to be an antagonist who's getting in the way of getting this cute blonde boy to fall in love with you, like it's Fine. Fine is kind of just boring. So like, why not? Why not just um, get the girl to fall in love with him instead? Um, and but yeah, like um, I I watched Baccarina, which was also about a villainess, and I did feel like this was kind of like from my perspective, it's like, oh, it's just kind of like a poor man's Baccarina, but it's not like Baccarina is just like this quintessential version of this either. Like, there's a lot of these, and it sounds like they're mostly targeted at like like teenage girls and young women. Um, all these shows, all these like light novels and manga and stuff that are about the villainous. We have like these otome games that will have this villainous in them. Like you're kind of trying to get around, but these, and I guess this kind of idea of this villainous of like you have like a harem or like a kind of reverse harem that's set up in a fantasy world. Like that's just not like a genre that you're going to encounter much if you aren't already someone who's invested in otome games. And so it makes sense that that genre would appeal to women just because it's like if you've already played some otome games or if you've already at least you're in the sphere that is aware of what otome games are like, then you might kind of think, oh, wouldn't it be cool if like you know all these different things. Just say like in the Baccarina of like the idea of being reborn as the villainess and now having to like form your harem that way, or and like I'm in love with the villainess of like like the character like you have the protagonist of the thing who's supposed to fall in love with all these different cute boys, and there's the villainess who's supposed to get in her way, and it's like, no, I'm gonna fall in love with the cute boys instead, and it's like, no, I'm gonna fall in love with you. It's just gonna be the two of us. No cute boys involved. It's just two cute girls. Um, that kind of like subverting that genre makes sense. Um, Whereas, like, I've never played an Otoma game. I've never even. I've never been told about an Otome game by someone who's played one. Like, I'm sure I've met people who have played Otome games. It's just I haven't talked to them about what they're like to play. And yeah, so this one, it definitely fits into that genre. It was it interesting? I don't know, not really. And it felt just kind of boring. Like and I call it a poor man's Buckarina because I just felt like Buckarina's kind of way of subverting that genre just felt better. It was more interesting to like see like the story from the perspective of the villainess trying to form her own harem than it is to see like two people trying to like alter the choices in a game to like form a couple that isn't supposed to happen. Um, that I don't know. It's just like it's fine, but it wasn't really for me. Um, and and finally, talking about fine, we have Psychono Fine, which is also fine. It's I think that's its most Spine. Um, definitely it's just written as Spine. I think it's like finale. Um, like either from the music term or just is it Italian fine? I think so. But it's literally it's fine. It's fine. It's so this is the finale of Psycho. How to raise a boring girlfriend. Um, how to make a boring anime. I've talked about this show before, though I did watch it a long time ago. 2019. That's what 4 years ago, 3.5. It's a while, and that was for the second season. The first season I saw, I think it started in 2015 and finished in 2017. So yeah, it's been a long time, um, and I kind of forgot what the story was about. Seems like it's about making video games, and the main guy writes scripts for them. Um, and as like the finale, it's like things are kind of wrapping up, and he falls in love with the girl and stuff. I'm not gonna say which girl. I don't know if you've seen the previous seasons. Um, there's lots of girls, but one of them he falls in love with, um, and yeah, it's it's fine. It's fine. I also like because I never really cared about Psycho. It just never really mattered to me, and so like the finale just continues to not really matter to me. The art is good. I like the art. The girls have like this kind of red their eyelashes are like they're like black in the middle but then red on the sides, which is an interesting art choice. I think it is just it's not like makeup. I think it is just um, how they decided to draw the girls, but it's cute. And I think the animation is better than the TV series, but it's also kind of slice of life, so like the animation quality doesn't matter a huge amount. Um, but yeah, overall it's fine. Yeah. Anyway, hope hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time. Um, probably in 2 weeks, a fortnight. And hope maybe you'll see better anime by then. I'll definitely finish the second season of Komi-san by then, and we'll talk about that. But I don't know what else. I don't really have much lined up of interest. But yeah, goodbye.